Okay, let's try the old luck once more. Haven't had another cappuccino yet, or rather any cappuccino today, so maybe later I might have a bit more luck. But oh, actually, let's okay. Who's on? Who's on at the moment? 1257 players. How many title players are on? Quite a few. 64. So while we're waiting, should we watch? It's not GM, so silencer. Oh, okay. Blazing Horses 2131. Okay. Morra Smith as well, I think. Put in the pre-move. Knight c3. No, okay. Right. This line. I'll take on d4. Right, overprotect e5. Queen can come to g3 to protect e5. I don't think bishop g5 here disrupts this bishop g7 idea. And already I'm stuck after that move. Of course. Queen g3, bishop g7. What am I doing? Have bishop f6 here. I'll try bishop f6. Stops bishop g7. Is that pawn annoying? I hope so. It's queen g5 is bishop h6. I like queen e4. Right. Play g3 next. Bishop g2. Or knight d2 and castle queenside, or knight a3, maybe threaten knight b5. Oh, f6 is dropping off, oh well. I can carry on developing, pawn down. Not too good out the opening. He's won the opening battle. Or has he? Yes, I would say he has. Still. e5. Bishop g4 look good. Okay, maybe h3 to stop bishop g4. Let's try and get control of e4 here. c4. Rook e1 first. I'll just try and keep hold of the position. Maybe rook d1, encourage e4 because knight d4. So rook d1, bishop e6. There's knight c5. Alright, I'll try and wake up here. Knight h4 here. Bishop e6, then oh no, knight c5. Could take on f5 or I'll say knight c5 or knight d4 or f4. How about f4? f4, ef, queen f3. F4, trying to expose d5. Alright, so if I can get in knight d4 now, try and set up the old blockade on d4. So queen e3 next, and then maybe rook c1, bishop f1 to get knight back. Oh, bishop b5 is coming anyway, so queen e3 is probably quite logical. Bishop f1 to knight g2 to e3 would be ideal. Try and get pressure on d5 going. Get the knight away from the rim. But I don't want to lose h3. So bishop f1, king h2, knight g2. There's always like queen f5s. Okay. Rook d2 here. About f5 as well. If the bishop moves off to b5, then f5. Bishop f1 is more tempting here anyway. Because the queen, I don't know. Okay. King h2 and f5 or f5 here. f5 here. Disrupt these pawns. So I'm going to splinter the pawns, and queen g5 might be good. Mind you, queen g, bishop's pinned. Okay, hasn't got bishop h6s at the moment. So gf, queen g5. So bishop f5, knight f5, gf, queen g5. That's queen g6. There's bishop e2, there's bishop g5. This wasn't the hottest move in the world, but he's thinking a lot. So bishop h6 is now imminent. How about g4 to be able to play g5? Yes. So there's rook h2 and rook g2 if I need it. What about rook f2? This rook affords that. G5 here might be a good idea. Knight g2, h4, knight f4. My king's gonna get attacked, I guess. He's running short of time. So, plan. Is queen f4 possible? Maybe, without dropping d4. Knight g2, is that more logical? Possibly, because I can support the g pawn with h4 and I can play knight f4. It's knight g2, I don't know, problem, the rook coming to g2 at some point. On the other hand, okay, d4's on the fire. Okay, I think knight g2 to f4 looks like a good plan. d5 and h5 will be on the fire, and g6 here looks tasty. Okay, get that with tempo. I'm going to take h5 or bishop e2, I think, threatening the skewer. Okay, I'll win that exchange. Oh, does knight d5 winning the queen? Or winning the bishop? He's just resigned. Well, he's on my queen, so I'll king d6, queen h6, king d5. Oh well. So knight takes d5 check, king d6. He ran totally short of time, so that was terrible. I need to really know the theory of this. So g6 shouldn't have been so crushing in the opening when I let it be with bishop g5. Or maybe this is awkward already. I need to check this out. e5 is under fire. So after g6, does anyone know the theory? If you could let me know. Is this terrible for white already? G6. So bishop f6, and not so hot position, losing f6. Black's got a fine looking position, and for some reason let me set up blockade and get some counterplay on the king side. Okay, comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.